In today's ever-changing world, success is no longer just about working hard. In fact, it's all about adaptability. While we've all heard how important it is to form rigid habits for professional and personal development, many of us struggle to stick to our habits, especially when life throws unexpected challenges our way. That is why the ability to adapt to these challenges becomes your secret weapon to keep on thriving, no matter what happens. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what the 3 principles are in mastering this art of adaptability and deeply understanding the secret to success. Adaptive habits. The problem with rigid habits. Habits, by definition, are behaviors that become automatic through repetition. You might have a well-crafted morning routine, a set time for workouts, or a strict productivity schedule. These structured habits work beautifully when everything is running smoothly. But what happens when life inevitably disrupts your routine? Imagine this. You've been consistently hitting the gym at 6 a.m. every morning, but suddenly a new work project forces you to stay up late for a week, or a family emergency throws your schedule off track. You miss a workout, feel guilty, and before you know it, your motivation dwindles. Soon you stop going to the gym altogether. This is the trap of rigid habits. They are fragile and break easily when faced with disruptions. Rigid habits work on the assumption that life is predictable, but we all know that's rarely the case. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns, and when we can't adjust our habits accordingly, we often feel discouraged, guilty, or even like failures. This inability to adapt is where many of us stumble in our journey towards self-improvement. The key is not to feel locked into your routine, but to allow yourself to be flexible with them. Adaptive habits enable you to adjust and flow with life's changes, preventing you from failing the habit, feeling guilty, and inevitably losing momentum. Recognizing the flaw in rigid habits is the first step toward developing a more sustainable approach to personal growth. What are adaptive habits? Adaptive habits are the exact opposite of rigid habits. Where rigid habits can create a sense of failure whenever we deviate from them, adaptive habits help us avoid that failure and keep our momentum going. Adaptive habits are flexible, evolving routines that adjust to life's ever-changing circumstances. Unlike rigid habits, which rely on fixed schedules and ideal conditions, adaptive habits focus on maintaining the core principles of growth, no matter the circumstances. They shift you from self-sabotaging ideas of perfection and move you towards the ideas of consistency and resiliency. For example, rather than committing to a strict habit of working out at 6 a.m. daily, an adaptive habit might be committing to 30 minutes of exercise before or after work. This shift from rigidity to flexibility allows for progress without sacrificing any momentum. If life throws a curveball and you can't make it to the gym, adaptive habits give you options, like doing quick cardio, yoga, or bodyweight sessions at home. This keeps your momentum in check until your schedule allows you to go back to the gym. The beauty of adaptive habits is that they focus on the outcome, not the method. This flexibility allows you to pivot and continue making progress even when circumstances are not in your favor. Instead of feeling that you have failed when something disrupts your routine, you can adapt and stay consistent. By embracing the unpredictability of life, adaptive habits give you the freedom of continuing consistent progress towards your goals. The role of adaptability in overall growth. Professional growth. In the workplace, adaptability is one of the most critical skills for success. As industries evolve, new technologies emerge. Professionals who cling to old methods risk becoming irrelevant. Take the rise of remote work, for example. Many employees and companies had to adjust overnight to a new way of operating. Those who understood the value of adaptability made the transition more smoothly and thrived in this new environment. Adaptability in the professional world shows a mindset of lifelong learning. Successful professionals are constantly evolving, whether by adopting new technologies, refining time management strategies, or learning new skills to get better opportunities. The ability to pivot without losing focus and progress is invaluable in our rapidly evolving world. Personal development. Adaptive habits are essential for building resilience and overall well-being on a personal level. Personal growth often involves navigating life's inevitable changes, whether it's moving to a new location, improving a relationship, or starting a new passion. The most valuable skill for navigating this change is adaptability. Take, for example, someone who has started a habit of reading for an hour before bed. If a new work project requires them to work late nights, they might not have that hour anymore. Instead of abandoning the habit, an adaptive person might switch to audiobooks during their commute. This flexibility ensures they still nurture their love for reading without disrupting their schedule, allowing for consistent personal growth despite life's challenges. You've already understood the importance of adaptability in your life. Stay tuned because soon you will know the 3 principles of incorporating adaptive habits into your routines. Flexibility builds consistency. Consistency builds resiliency. The secret to building resiliency lies in creating flexible habits. By incorporating flexibility into your routines, you set a foundation that can withstand life's inevitable curveballs. No matter what comes your way, adaptive habits allow you to adjust without losing momentum. As you adapt, you develop crucial skills like critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity. These abilities reinforce your skill to adapt through various changing circumstances, thereby building consistency, which further builds resiliency, allowing you to bounce back from setbacks and stay on track to achieve your long-term goals. When you allow yourself to adjust your habits based on the day's demands, you create a system that thrives in both stability and uncertainty. Over time, this builds the resiliency necessary to keep moving forward, no matter what life throws at you. Now that you understand the power of adaptive habits, let's dive into 3 practical steps you can take to develop them and reach long-term success. Start with self-awareness. Adaptive habits require high self-awareness. Regular self-reflection helps you recognize which habits work and which need adaptations due to shifting circumstances. Tools like daily journaling or end-of-day reflections can provide clarity on what's working and what needs adjustment. 2. Focus on core principles. Rather than rigidly sticking to a specific method, focus on the core principles behind your habits. For example, don't rely on a strict meal plan if your goal is to eat healthy. If your usual diet option isn't available, focus on choosing a balanced option, like a salad or a protein-packed snack, instead of skipping meals or grabbing fast food. This way, you stay on track with your goals, even when plans change. 3. Create micro-adaptive adjustments. Building adaptive habits isn't about overhauling your entire life overnight. Instead, start small by introducing flexibility into your existing routines. For example, if you have a strict morning routine, experiment by varying one small part, like the time you wake up or the order of activities. Observe how these changes affect your productivity, mood, or energy. Over time, this process will build a sense of fluidity, making you more comfortable with change and better equipped to recognize when a habit needs to evolve. Now that you know how to incorporate adaptive habits into your life, it's time to take action. What habit will you start adapting today? Let me know in the comments. And if you're ready to become the ultimate version of yourself, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more life-changing content. Remember, Habitual Harmony is here to help you live an abundant life.